Joining us is Ilan Dalal, father of Guy Dalal. He speaks to us from Alfei Menashe. I don't know if you've spoken to your wife and son there, but what can you is there something you could tell us about that meeting today in the Vatican and how you see maybe its importance? I should say there were about 5 hostage families that were represented there.
Good evening. Yes, my wife and son traveled to Italy with the foreign minister and some of the other hostages families in order to talk to the Pope, tell him our stories, let him hear our pain, and make him work with us in order to release the hostages. I talked to my wife earlier, and she said that the Pope was very empathic. He had very much patience for them. He listened to everybody, and then they had a common prayer together. He promised that he will help whatever he can to help release the hostages, and I think that he is going to do whatever he can.
Right, and there was also a meeting, I believe, with Italy's foreign minister requesting Italy's support in raising the issue of the hostages. I mean, there is a feeling I have, Ilan, maybe you feel that in recent months, especially in recent weeks, the cries for a immediate ceasefire have I'm talking about in the international community and media, have overtaken those cries to free the hostages, in some cases separating from them. I mean, do you have that sense, and what could be done to reverse that trend?
Well, it is very frustrating. At first, most of the countries supported Israel. They understood the danger of the fundamental Islam and the extremism of Hamas. Along the way, something happened. I don't know. Somehow, all the world is very, very looking for the Gazan and want to help them, and I don't know what happened, but it is frustrating, and we need to work harder in order to explain ourselves and let the world understand that they must support Israel, because Israel is fighting their fight right now, because in 5 or 10 years what happened in Israel will happen to them exactly in their homes in London and in Paris, and they must understand it, because if they won't, they will have the same as us.
Right. Ilan, I almost hate asking family members of hostages, you know, how they're feeling on any particular day, because it can be very frustrating, I understand, for you. But there are some signs, indications, circumstances. We heard that even the defense minister say this is an opportune time to make a deal. I mean, how are you feeling right now? Is there any, you feel, hope for optimism that in the coming days or weeks there might be a breakthrough?
Well, it's been 4 months since the last deal, and during this time we heard many talks about deals that just about to be happen, and it didn't happen. So today I just watched 3 different channels and saw 3 different ways to see what's going on, and everybody, all the reporters say what they think, and nobody really knows what's going on. So we try not to listen to the media and wait for a former announcement.
Right. Finally, it's 6 months on, but even now UD has some voices in the government, even from some ministers, from some segments in Israeli society, though I think a minority now, seeming to put more stress on, say, the mission to defeat Hamas than on releasing the hostages. I don't want to get specific. You can if you want. But what is your message this evening, maybe to some of those people?
Well, there are two ways to release the hostages. One is by military force, and the other is by negotiation and make a deal. I told the Prime Minister when we met that I'm going to support whatever he decides that it's best to release the hostages. But if you think that it's a military way, then do it. But it didn't happen until now. So I guess they are going to the other way, which means negotiations and a deal. I really hope that the deal will come out now, and the hostages, most of them will be free. Of course, if you're talking about Ben Gvir and Smotrich, both of them opposed to the deal before, and I think they will oppose to the deal now. But fortunately, there are more people that can vote for the deal, so they don't have much influence about this.
All right. Anyway, as always, our deepest wish is to see your son Guy and, of course, all the remaining hostages return home as quickly as possible and as safe and sound as possible. Ilan Dalal, thank you for joining us on I-24 News.
Thank you very much.